Bees are dying, and our survival depends on them. That's why 4RB's created the Pure Wave Cell, a breakthrough quantum device proven to help hives thrive, doubling colonies and boosting honey production naturally. Every jar of our Pure Wave honey fuels this mission, supporting beekeepers worldwide. Visit 4RBees.com. That's the number 4OurBees.com, and use code WITF for 20% off. Save the bees! Save us all!
Where in the Folk is not and should not be viewed as a news source. Any names, places, or likenesses mentioned are purely fictional, and any information discussed is purely speculative. Guest opinions are their own and do not reflect those of anyone else. Where in the Folk is not responsible for content accuracy of any stories that are told or what people do with these stories. This show is vulgar, sometimes graphic, and due to its content, it should not be viewed by anyone, actually.
Welcome to another episode of Where in the Folk. I hope everybody had a tremendous day. I had a swell day. I got to clean out my lint thing behind the dryer with a drill.
Sounds like a relaxing Saturday.
Got to go to Walmart and realize that it was the first of the month immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And Mandy's in there watching her SummerSlam, as she says, SummerSlam Saturday right there.
What a match!
I will say I watched the first two matches. The very first one between Io Sky and Liv Morgan was tight. It was a good match. It's really, really well articulated. Well, thank you all for joining us, and we're going to be watching some videos tonight. And it's craziest conspiracy theories combined with some other stuff. There's not. I would like to get into some news, but I really don't want to because everything's so shady right now.
What I've brought will actually dip a little bit in that, so
Yeah.
I think we'll be able to talk about a little bit of everything tonight.
Noise. I hope it ain't got anything to do with the doctor because he's threatening to sue people that say that he's guilty of anything.
What doctor?
The Fauci one.
Oh, no. That's hilarious, though. Because you remember how crazy all that was.
Oh, yeah, I did.
That's ridiculous, actually.
Yeah. I said it last night. That is like that Chappelle sketch. I plead the fifth. And then today I got on the internet because in the morning, I jump on my phone and watch, and the first thing I seen was somebody saying Dr. Fauci in court, and it had Dave Chappelle holding up that thing with the FIF on it.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. That's just crazy. But what's up, Alan? As mad as people are about that, like, whenever I told Steven about that, the hour that it happened,
yeah,
and he was like, well, that's as bad or worse than like all the Epstein stuff.
Yeah.
And you think about there's this consortium of stuff where nothing's ever going to happen to the offenders.
No, they're all pardoned.
Like the Epstein stuff, all of that stuff with Fauci. There's not going to be anything that ever comes out of that.
No, it's just more stuff to keep us occupied, from groceries going sky high, gas being ridiculously high.
But you know what? I did see a video. You remember that dude that was offering cheeseburgers and French fries to go? There's like a governor or something that was offering cheeseburgers and French fries to go get your COVID stuff.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "Do you want a free burger? Do you want a free French fry from In-N-Out? Go get your stuff, and you can go get free burgers and fries." And I'm like, I thought that heart disease was the #1 killer in America. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. The heart disease thing has me terrified right now. I've got high blood pressure. I've got to start working on it.
I've always had kind of high blood pressure.
I think mine's always ran high too, though, is the thing. Like, I've always had high blood pressure, but now I'm 40. I'm scared a little, you know.
True.
I got to lose weight. I
understand. I understand. Okay. So the first video, it's a watch party tonight. The first video, I wanted something fun at least, and then we'll let Cecil pick some stuff. We'll let you guys pick some stuff too. I don't see our usual crew though. Landa must be sleeping.
I think they're all watching SummerSlam.
Landa choosing SummerSlam over us? I don't think so.
We did get a late start, but you know, he's working on stuff.
All right. I thought this montage was incredible.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna let it ride.
Hello, I'm from the government with an update on humanity's gentle slide back into feudalism. Brought to you by Brando. It's got electrolytes. And now please rise for our first trillion. Hail! Of course, when you wake up to the obscene inequality we've enabled, you'll want to fight back. That's why billionaires are building the tools to protect themselves. From you, tools like Palantir. Hi, I'm from Palantir, the military contractor and AI software company named after the all-powerful Seeing Stones Tolkien warned us not to leave in the hands of evil bastards. Thankfully, we are very wise and balanced, like our CEO, who can't stop talking about killing people, wants an AI arms race, and gets a boner talking about the West's superiority in applying organized violence. And our founder, who thinks Greta is the Antichrist and no longer believes freedom and democracy are compatible. Hail! By freedom, of course, Pete means freedom for him and his Broligarch mates to rule the world. And that's where Palantir comes in. Let's meet some of our valued clients. Hello, I'm from ICE. Kidnapping people off the street is hard work, but not with Palantir. Palantir makes it easy for us to link your tax file, social security license, and plates into AI-driven hit lists. Sure, we mostly use it on migrants now, but Palantir will come in real handy when we need to round up the resistance. Thanks, Palantir. Hello, I'm from the government of Israel. Committing war crimes is hard work, but not with Palantir. AI-assisted targeting makes it simple to murder thousands of people, even if most of them are civilians, according to our own reports. Thanks for supporting our genocide, Palantir. Here at the British government, we heard Palantir is used for war crimes and said, hey, let's give them a contract with our NHS. Could someone abuse that data? No. It's not like Palantir's UK CEO is the grandson of a known fascist, Nazi-loving anti-Semite. Hail! Here at the Australian government, we have no fucking clue. So while others are ditching Palantir due to fears over data safety and its ties to El Duce, we've let Palantir into our defense department, banks, and even supermarkets. G'day, I'm from Coles. Price gouging you wasn't enough, so we hired Palantir to track and cut costs on our already underpaid serfs. Staff. Sadly for us, people are realizing what fucking psychos we are here at Palantir. That's why France just ended our contract. British MPs want us out of the NHS, and GetUp is campaigning to kick us out of Coles, which is a good start. Except Palantir is just one head of the Hydra. The underlying problem are these billionaire shitcoins and the feudal dystopia they're building around us. So if you like democracy, now would be a great time to wake the fuck up and stop them while you still can. This has been a message from your local government franchise. Good luck. Authorized by the Department of Tech Bro Feudalism.
Tell me that wasn't a masterpiece.
That was funny. It's good stuff.
Dude, I've cracked up at that.
What's up, Steven?
Hey guys, how y'all at?
What's up? Are we cooking?
We are. I'm out for that.
I can tell.
Yeah, smoking a couple of meatloafs, Matt.
Nice.
So I'll show them to you here in a bit. Right now, it's I don't. Instead of just putting them straight down on the grate and putting them on a cooling rack for cookies or something, they have really thin pans, and I just set them on top of that. So.
I got you.
Noise.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's his volume, but whenever he's talking, he's like feeding back to your mic again.
I am.
I'll take care of it. I got it.
Okay.
There you go.
We just got done watching a killer video, Steven.
Oh yeah, which one?
It was kind of like a new take on Idiocracy, except she was using all the current stuff going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it is wild. The one thing that's got me really concerned is the flock cameras.
Is that what you get into?
I mean, we can. Go ahead, Steven.
No, did I send y'all the video of that right there where Axiom actually owns a large portion of Flock and everything else?
I don't know if I got that one. No, I don't know. You might have sent it to me on TikTok. I'm real bad about checking my messages on TikTok.
That may have been one I thought I sent, and maybe I didn't. I'm not sure.
But I mean, we in London so far, I've only seen 2, and they're both at Lowe's.
Oh, that's the busiest intersection in London.
Yeah, it's weird. Did you hear that?
It sounded like a baby screaming.
Yeah, somebody must have won that she likes on SummerSlam. Yes.
Oh, that was Mandy?
Yeah.
It sounded like a baby screaming.
No.
Oh man. I thought you had good ones over
She's in there watching SummerSlam.
All right, so I do have a couple flocks that we can get into though.
Okay.
Let me, because this one's in Kentucky actually. Let's get it.
Those are the only 2 I've caught so far. The 2 at Lowe's. It's untellable where all they're at.
Oh yeah.
And the story is new at noon. Police departments across the state are using a new change to the state's open records law to keep the locations of flock license plate cameras secret. The Lexington Herald Leader reports House Bill 520 amended the Open Records Act so agencies could deny information requests if releasing it could harm the agency or an investigation. Flock cameras capture license plates and cars on public roads. Police departments in
Kentucky, they're trying to, and somebody commented on this and was like, what happened to freedom of information?
Yeah, they're taking it away. And it would be all fine and dandy if they're just using it to track license plates, but that's not what they're doing. They're using it to do the cop's job. They're sending people tickets for like holding their phone and stuff.
Yeah, well, they've had those cameras. Oh, in Marshall, Texas, they've had those cameras for forever down there.
No, it's really sketch, man. Like if it's a surveillance state thing, 100%. Like, and there's people that's been busted doing things that they didn't do, and they had to prove that they didn't do it because the flock said they did.
Right.
That's completely ass backwards in the way it should be. It shouldn't be the get guilty until proven innocent. That's never the way it's
yeah, see, that's kind of how England's law is or was. I'm not sure how it is now.
What's up?
In England or London, Great Britain, whatever, you were guilty until you had to prove your innocence. So that's America was the opposite of that. You were innocent until you were proven guilty.
Yeah, that's wild. I'm seeing myself, Spike, totally, and I had my mic muted, so I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's odd. Which I know, everybody sounds a little bit different. I think that might have fixed it. I'm not seeing anything.
What up, Crystal? What up, Ronnie? Whoop whoop.
What's up,
Hey,
y'all?
Crystal, Ronnie.
Okay.
Officer used flock cameras to falsely accuse a woman of a crime and told her, "You can't get a breath of fresh air without us knowing." Take a look.
We have cameras everywhere in that town. You can't get a breath of fresh air in or out without us knowing. We were in town from 11:52 until 12:09. Exactly. Like I said, nothing gets in or out of the town without us knowing.
This took place in a small town in Colorado. The police officer is a sergeant of the nearby Columbine Valley Police Department, and the woman is a local financial planner. The sergeant showed up to her house and accused her of stealing a package from a porch. When she denied it, he cited the town's sweeping automated surveillance web consisting of flock safety cameras. He claimed to have definitive proof, saying that her truck had crossed town lines from 11:52 until 12:09 exactly, and that she had driven through the town 20 times over the past month. He immediately gave her a criminal court summons for theft without investigating further. So she was forced to act as her own detective to overturn the automated police narrative. She downloaded data from her Rivian electric truck, which tracked her exact GPS movements. She gathered security footage from her tailor, showing she was miles away getting clothes fitted during the exact time window of the theft. After being faced with undeniable counter evidence, the chief of police voided her criminal summons. We're going to see a lot more of this in the future, where cops and even the government choose to rely on automated data instead of actually investigating a case.
That's so crazy.
What's the craziest part about that is that if he had had an older car where she couldn't download her data, it'd been FUCT.
Yeah, she'd been done.
Yeah.
What's up, Landa? I was just talking about you. I said there ain't no way you're watching wrestling instead of coming to see us.
Yeah, with that right there, that's crazy. I mean, it's Running Man. That was based. Schwarzenegger's character wound up in there. Because they had he'd been falsely accused or wrongly accused, whatever by doctored footage, and that's what the flock camera there was doing. It's just another revenue, is all it is.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Like, I don't. How can they do this? Because at this point, why are we even paying taxes to have cops?
Agreed.
Like if the flock cameras can judge everything, have like 2 or 3 dudes that go arrest people when they do something too crazy and have to go to jail.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I don't know. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, and I understand having something like that at Lowe's, because like they leave the lawnmowers out and shit, and people will steal those.
Yeah.
The trailers and stuff. Like, for businesses, I totally get it, but for everyday, like at intersections, just driving down the road, getting ticketed for speeding probably, and just if you pick up your phone to see who called real quick and putting it down, you're supposed to get caught doing that. That's the whole fun of living in America. You gotta catch me. I don't want a camera catch me. I want you to catch me.
Yeah,
I pay you to catch me. That's our fun. But now it's eliminating it, and it's a 100% surveillance thing. Like, you're not going to be able to take. I don't know. You're not going to be able to do anything anymore at all.
I think when they get these centers set up to actually process the data that they're collecting, it's going to be way worse than China. Like, it's going to be game over.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, with the new vehicles, we've been talking about that and how all these newer vehicles, they're listening to your conversations and everything else, and we know that Congress, was it 2021 is when Ford passed, got it all put into effect for them, and they've been after this right here where they can just shut somebody's vehicle off anytime they want to.
Well, yeah, it's eventually going to be like, well, you said the wrong thing online, so you actually can't go to work today. You can't. Right. You can't start your car.
Yeah,
you're too emotional. Your car won't start.
Oh, I seen the perfect TikTok of that.
Yeah.
Did you see the one of the F-150, the 2027 F-150, when they're out in the big field and the
tornado's coming?
To drive right now. He's like, start.
Yeah. And tell it, I know we covered it on previous shows before, where we were talking about, I had cash for clunkers back in the day.
That was the end of affordable cars.
That was the end of affordable cars, and that was going to make sure that we couldn't do what they've done in Cuba, where they've taken older vehicles and they've just kept them up and they're still driving. So that's, wow, this is a well thought out plan to control.
Yeah, it really is. Like, I I don't see any way to curve it at this point. Everybody says that the data centers are for AI. They're not. They're for this flock system, is what they're for. In my honest opinion, they're just going to store thousands upon thousands of hours.
Well, and Flock's just the most well-known one.
Yeah.
There are multiple of these companies.
They've started hiding these cameras too, by the way. Did you know that?
Yeah. Make them look like trees and stuff.
Yeah, they're hiding them because people's going out and cutting them down. So they're hiding them. One dude was walking by one of those construction things that says "Please slow down," and he noticed they always had the solar panels on anyway, and he walked behind it, and there was a flock camera stuffed right here in the side of it.
Man,
yeah,
yeah.
Horse and cart, yeah. I mean, I would like. It looks like we might be going back that way, Crystal, but I like going fast. And I can't even go fast now because I'm going to get caught on the camera. Kentucky has started utilizing drones to catch people speeding.
Really? I've got some crazy. Yeah, there was a drone video. Did you see the drone video where it's one that is meant to be semi-invisible because of the way it spins? It's like a cyclical motion rather than just propellers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And it's like almost invisible. Like if it were up in the sky, you'd never see it.
That's crazy.
And I think we may have a video on that. I don't know if we'll get to it tonight, but because we got a lot of stuff to get through. Speaking of which, we'll watch the next one real quick because we may just stay in the AI vein for a little bit because, we're all pissed off about it.
I like AI. I don't like what they're using it for.
Didn't we read books about this? You're erasing history. Those are real books. If you hadn't heard, Anthropic purchased millions of books. They just started copying them, and then they just started cutting the spines off the back and then destroying the books. Each page saved to feed their AI training library. Then the originals destroyed like it was a crime. Like they have to cover up the evidence. So they're going to have to destroy the crime, But don't worry, a judge ruled this is fair use. Completely fair use, completely by the books. And other AI companies have been buying up these old books like hotcakes. Anything made previously to 2022. So anything that AI hasn't touched has an immense value to them. So what do you think? Leave your thoughts and comments below.
I mean, that's pretty much, isn't that like Fahrenheit 451 or whatever?
Yeah. That's terrifying, dude. I don't know.
I mean, think about that. Like, if we didn't have some of the older books, we don't. And we find these random pages of the old world in some of the older books, like pre-1920s.
Yeah.
It's like history repeating itself. Like, we're not burning books, but the AI companies are literally shredding them.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. AI is training AI now. So you remember you introduced us to the dead internet theory a while back, and I think that's only gotten worse this year.
Yeah, you actually are hitting the nail on the head, Stephen. That's exactly where we're going next.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of the dead internet theory.
Yeah.
That's a good call, sir.
You need to watch this video because that shit is so fucking real. And it's just,
and this is also more about like the stuff that we talk about regularly too, like the weird stuff, like, because I think this is weird related, but check this out.
It's insane. So this is a video. It's about the woman who walked into the water with the 2 dead fish, but just watch this. It's fucking crazy.
Y'all, as soon as I seen the video of the woman holding the 2 fish walking into the water, the first thing that came to my mind was, yeah, my God. Y'all, as soon as I seen the video of the woman holding the 2 fish walking into the water, the first thing that came to my mind was, yeah, my God. In addition to this,
she turns around, she's
2 dead fish in her. Y'all, as soon as I seen the video of the woman holding the 2 fish walking into the water, the first thing that came to my mind was, y'all, as soon as I seen the video of the woman holding the 2 fish walking into the water, the first thing that came to my mind was, yeah, my God. In addition, there was a video. As soon as I seen the video of the woman holding the 2 fish walking into the water, the first thing that
There was a video.
The woman. So there's currently a video that's going viral, and it. So there's currently a video that's going viral, and it.
If you think the dead internet theory is as scary as I
Oh my god.
Exact same voice.
Exact same voice across multiple faces. Yeah.
Dead internet's going to have a whole new level. It already does.
Yeah.
I see it in the TikTok comments all the time. Bots and bots and bots and bots. Thousands and thousands and thousands of bots. And you'll make a comment on something on TikTok, and you'll get a reply that's somebody's just like, "Hey there," or just like some random comment that doesn't make any sense at all.
I don't know, man. That's creepy. That's so scary, dude.
Yeah.
It is creepy.
And we're past that. Like, there's no going back on that at all at this point.
Nope. It's just like all the stuff Morgana used to be able to look up, or y'all used to be able to look up, and you can't find it anymore. I was telling you last week about some of the stuff I was trying to find because I know it exists, but I couldn't find it on the internet, and I don't think you or Morgana could find anything on the internet about what I was talking about either. So,
me too, for the most part, Landa. And I used to be comment famous. I've got 2 or 3 comments historically that have like 70,000 likes or something.
Yeah. Oh no, this is the dystopian future that everybody is talking about. This is the beginning of it. It's not going to be long before we're living in a fucking dome.
You're hitting it. You're hitting it.
Yeah.
Leading straight into the next one.
Apple just spent $1.5 billion on a company that can read words that you never said out loud. It's called QAI. It's an Israeli startup, and here's what it actually does. It reads whispered and silent speech. Its patent describes picking up the tiny muscle movements in your face to work out the words you're only mouthing. That same filing says that it can guess your emotions, your heart rate, your breathing, all based off of your face. And the guy who founded it built the tech that became Face ID. So this isn't just some random buy. Apple already owns the camera that's pointed at you all day. Now they own the part that reads what your face is doing when you think nobody's watching. George Orwell had a word for getting caught with having the wrong look on your face. It was called face crime, but he didn't imagine it would ship on a phone. Companies like QAI are the exact motivation behind the project I'm building called Paranoia. It scores every company you use based off of how much of your privacy and data they give away, the fine print you agree to but never read.
So this right here is just one step away from a thought crime.
Yeah. Yep. That's where we're headed, 100%.
That's crazy right there.
I don't know. Like, the predictive crime thing is going to be real in our lifetime based off what we're seeing. That totally, we can't hear you, brother.
That's fine. I was just yapping anyway.
But there's no way back at this point. There really isn't. Like, and the thing about preventive crime or whatever that they're working toward, people change their mind before they do things. People think about doing stuff all the time. I can't tell you how many times, like, I like to rob a bank, you know, like, I'm gonna do it.
It's going to be to the point where it's like, okay, Cecil has an 85% chance of committing a crime in the next 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to tap into his phone, tap into his geolocation, tap into his car audio.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
But so we're going to stick to AI for a little bit, and then we're going to choose your destiny. I'm going to let the audience pick us a lane. Okay, more AI. So from what's in his lenses,
From homes to hospitals to businesses, Georgia's data centers are unlocking a smarter power grid for our communities. They're investing billions in new energy infrastructure, creating good-paying jobs, driving innovation, and building a better energy future. An independent study confirmed.
I had to block this commercial because you see this one says Ohio.
Yeah.
I kept getting a pro AI data center ad every other commercial on YouTube.
Nice.
That across the nation, data centers are paying their own energy costs, and new research shows they may
Not true.
even help lower rates for everyone. Georgia's data centers, committed to paying their costs so Georgia families don't.
The same commercial is pretty much being played in 4 different states right now, with just a few clips being switched out. And who would be the voice behind this messaging? Data Center Coalition. They call themselves the voice of the data center industry. And they currently have commercials playing in Georgia, Indiana, North Carolina, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Texas, and Virginia. And the coalition behind this messaging is pretty strong, as we have, Amazon, Digital Realty, Equinix, Google, Microsoft, QTS, Switch, Vantage, Meta. We also have companies like Cologix, Crusoe, Rowan Digital Infrastructure, Oracle, DataBank, Visa. Clearly, there is not a small backing of very large companies on this. Next time you see a pro data center commercial, know that it might be from Data Center Coalition. Clearly, there's a lot of backing into this program, and even with the amount of money they have, I can't believe they couldn't create original commercials per state. But in all fairness, creativity in this industry does seem to be lacking a lot, so it kind of makes sense. Make sure you know the logo, and if you're seeing these commercials, let people know around you who it's being funded by.
I mean, there was talks of them wanting to put one in Clay County.
Really?
Well, that's not crazy because there's a lot of land.
A lot of land, a lot of water.
And it's cheap.
And it's cheap. And the thing is, like, these things, I love how all these tech billionaires that's been going on about climate change for 20 years all started changing their tune about a year and a half to 2 years.
What happened to climate change?
Yeah.
You slowly but surely you're hearing less and less and less about it.
Yeah, because it's above these data centers, the temperature is always like 10 degrees hotter directly above them, like hundreds of feet above them, which I would suspect have something to do with, weather patterns, because heating the sky that high is pretty rough, even if it's a couple degrees.
Yeah. All right. This next one is a long video. We don't have to watch the whole thing, but this person claims that AI has been around for a lot longer than what we may think.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So I'm just going to play it and we'll stop and talk through it. And if we do want to watch the whole thing, that's fun. But if not, we'll just kill it and go on to the next one.
All right.
But it's produced like heavily.
Yeah.
This is my lunch break. This is like something I would
just
make.
Found exactly how AI
Back in
was given back to
2008.
us, back engineered and brought back into the public's view. We all understand at this point that the timeline, the one that we are currently living in, it had a reset. Something massive happened where technology begins flying back at us, starting around 1800. Everything from the car, the plane, the train, the phone, the TV, the light bulb, and power tools. You name it, where we are told that nothing happened before this for millions of years. Yet the buildings, the structures, they tell us a much different story of an advanced previous civilization here before all of us, before a worldwide massive reset. And what happened in the 1920s was the beginning of our timeline, finding artificial intelligence and welcoming it back into the world, where we have seen that in the early 1900s, they begin excavations in Egypt underneath the Sphinx. Yet we are all told and have shown that Zahi Hawass and the Egyptian Supreme Council of Antiquities repeatedly state that there is nothing beneath the Sphinx. No chambers, no tunnels. We have shown that the Serapeum of Saqqara hold massive tombs built for giants. Yet we are all told that it was just for bulls, and there were never any bull skeletons found. All of the tombs were empty and opened, telling us that they never found advanced technology at the site. Just a bunch of sand.
What'd you say?
Did he say just for balls?
Just for balls. Yeah.
I mean, that'd take a casket like that for sure.
Yeah.
Problem with all of this is that we have shown that the pyramids, under radar scanning, show that there is so much more underneath them. We saw that in 1991, seismic scans were conducted, revealing rectangular cavities beneath the Sphinx's front paws and along its sides. They were not natural. Yet Zahi Hawass lies constantly and denies it all. We've covered this guy. He is not to be trusted at this point in time. So why say they found nothing when it's so obvious that they did? Why lie to us? They did find something, and it wasn't just pottery, where we are told they were actually finding hieroglyphs resembling circuitry and unknown symbols, with artifacts vanishing into private collections, shipped to Europe and the US without public records. 1933, the secrecy begins, banning foreign-led excavations, restricting access, finding old world technology underground, where in 1945, World War II ends, which we've covered this timeline so many times. We all know about these years, where the intelligence agencies were all born, all over the world, including the Five Eyes. Massive scientific discoveries flying at us. Germany was absorbed by the USA, Operation Paperclip, where over 1,600 German scientists, engineers, and technicians were all brought to the US to run these intelligence agencies, including NASA. The Rand Corporation was fully operational in the 1950s, where they referenced subterranean vaults in Japan that were similar to those in Giza. And then what do you know? 1956, here comes AI. The birth of artificial intelligence, 1956, a Dartmouth conference, where we see that Warren McCulloch and Walter Pitts, they already published papers 13 years prior describing neural networks using binary logic, where their work was resembling something already known, something they found, not something they just imagined. 1943, these two published a groundbreaking paper titled A Logical Calculus of the Ideas Immanent in the Nervous Activity. This paper predicted the structure of artificial neural networks. This is decades before computing could even handle them. The paper used binary logic gates, or zeros and ones, threshold activation, networked structures. We're all told that there was no technology available to something they had access to. There was nothing to base this information off of. Yet they just imagined it out of thin air, all before the first digital computers were even working. I don't believe it came from their imagination at all. I believe it came from memory, from something that was found. You have to ask, how did two guys in 1943 just randomly lay out perfectly structured, precise layered nodes, the tree of life, interconnected, energetic functions, system modular, with interconnected forces like logic gates or computational nodes? This is crucial for AI and supercomputers. Binary logic or dualism and hermetic thought structures that run like flowcharts. It's exactly how an AI can continue to learn, continue to make new decisions. This is not something that two guys just came up with, especially when neither of these guys.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
There's no way we played the video of zooming into a microchip so many times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People, we didn't go from sticks and stones and caves to that. I'm sorry. Like without some help.
No, we didn't.
And people out there, like there's people like trolls on the internet that are like, well, just because you're not smart enough doesn't mean there aren't people smart enough.
The people's been that smart for millennia.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm sorry, but there's been there's always been geniuses on the planet.
Yeah.
And you can't even fathom that, like the zoom on that kind of thing.
Right.
But these dudes,
there was some help.
They have no qualifications whatsoever to have termed AI and all of this stuff back in the 50s.
No.
And I don't know if this is quite a long video.
A computer in the 50s was the size of a room, a warehouse sometimes, I would believe.
Right.
They were huge.
So I'm just going to say, if you want to check the rest of this video out, because it does kind of bleed over into old world stuff, this is my lunch break on TikTok. And this is kind of what they do.
But I want to throw this in there too. AI was thought about for sure back then. There's actually a Twilight episode, if you remember this Twilight episode of a
Twilight Zone.
No, yeah, Twilight Zone. Sorry, Twilight Zone.
It was like the vampires.
Twilight Zone, where there's a post-apocalyptic world, and this town was, surviving, and they had a man in the cave. The man in the cave told me not to eat this. The man in the cave told us we can't eat this. And the man in the cave ended up being a computer, telling them if the food that they had was radioactive or not.
That's
and it was
crazy.
It was supposed to be like AI. So I mean, this being brought up that it was termed back then, that they always tell you what's happening through media. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. All right, we're going to take a break from that one because, like I said, that's an extremely long video. And I want to keep it to where we can have an active conversation going. So we're going to continue. I think there's like 3 more AI videos, and then we're going to let everybody who's listening choose where we're going next.
Let's or skipped past this video of what appears to be a guy in a black box like room with a small drone. That is a startup company that claims they are producing AI powered drones that use ultrasonic speakers to kill mosquitoes. And I'm here to tell you, I don't think they're going to be going after mosquitoes. This startup company is known as Tornial, and they're backed by a famous venture capital firm known as Y Combinator, who has in the past had significant ties to Peter Thiel and had Sam Altman as their president for some time. So that should paint some of the picture as to who's backing this. We are currently living in a time where Ukraine has an online kill board where in real time you can see who they have offed with their drones. And we also have Jen Griffith talking about how the Pentagon wanted to use Anthropic's AI system to create autonomous killing machines. And now we have this guy creating pocket-sized drones that are using ultrasonic sounds to kill small living creatures. I hate mosquitoes as much as the next guy, but when we have a president who's actively involving us in wars and conflicts where defense companies that his family specifically has investments in are being used in those wars and conflicts, and more specifically drone companies, I see this drone company being used as another means to make them more money rather than to help the public.
I don't think that's going to be for mosquitoes.
No. That's yeah. You have infrasound, and you have, I guess it's called ultrasound. It's where it's our range of hearing is like from 20 decibels up to 40 or something like that, somewhere in that range, 20 to 30, somewhere in there. Anything that drops below 20, we can't hear it. It drops down below 10, you can feel it, or drops down below 12 or somewhere around in there. So.
Yeah.
But it's but the ultrasound, that's out of our range of hearing too on the top end.
Yeah,
So.
Dash baby, I agree. I don't think it's going to be used for that at all. But
I'm looking at news articles right now, and the Wall Street Journal has a obvious typo in something about the Iran war. It says Iran strokes the Middle East with war with drone attacks instead of strike. That's funny.
Mm.
No, it's just something I wanted to say.
The 4-day war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 4-day war rages on.
Yeah. How many months now?
Too many.
Yeah.
All right. Here's something crazy that you may not have heard about. And Dash Baby, I don't know if you're hanging out, but we're doing a conspiracy watch party. We're just watching videos, commenting on them, stuff that just the underbelly of society, I guess. Let's see. This one's actually nuts, though.
The Black Mirror was a documentary from the future. What could go wrong this time? Within hours of launch, there was already a bounty offering $24,000 to locate and film the family of a murder victim. There was a $690,000 bounty to kill yourself with proof. Who gets the money? You're dead. This man in India got paid $10,000 to tattoo $ bounty work on his forehead. The problem is, he spelled it wrong. Pump Fun says, pay anyone to do anything. That's exactly the problem. Every moral boundary gets assigned a dollar value. That's a bug, not a feature. Civilization works because there are certain things you should not be able to outsource to the highest bidder. The internet spent 20 years monetizing our attention, and now it's trying to monetize desperation. The second you create a platform where people...
It's actually nuts. I bet there's some crazy bounties on there. Are you on it?
I'm trying to find it. I can't even find it. Bounty work. What is it? Bountywork.com?
Let me see. Let's see. I forget what.
It had a spike at $32. It had a massive dip at 31 on the trade here.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to be able to pay people for bounties on stuff.
No. That's the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard, honestly. I mean,
wasn't there actually a Black Mirror episode like that where it was basically like a version of OnlyFans, except that people were hurting themselves?
Yeah, something.
And the dude ends up like pulling his teeth out or something.
Oh, we could buy bountywork.com if you wanted to. You got $2,500?
No.
Not
for a URL.
How to get on bounty work? I don't know. Like, I don't like this at all. Like, somebody could pay. That's so scary, man. Is that not terrifying?
You could use innuendos, right?
Yeah.
Innuendos for a bounty to do something illegal.
Yeah. Like that one where they were trying to pay somebody, what was it, $690,000 to off herself?
Like a real red room.
Yeah. That's insane, dude. That's the craziest shit I've ever heard. We live in a time that we shouldn't be living in. This is weird.
It is weird.
Very weird.
Okay, we got one more AI video, and then you guys are choosing Crystal, Ronnie, Landa, Dash Baby, Alan. Get ready, because after this video, you're going to pick where we're going next.
So this is Mark Lore. I like his vibe. He started diapers.com. They sold basically like bundles of childcare products to new mothers. And they were really, really good at it. Amazon was threatened by him. So he came on Jeff Bezos' radar, and Jeff Bezos like, who's this guy who loves young moms? And he was like, I'll sell your company to me because I love young moms more than you. Can I guess what he said? What did he say? No. Yeah. But then Amazon cut all of their prices for childcare products by 30%. They calculated how much money Amazon was like losing on childcare products, and they were losing $100 million every 3 months. And this is illegal. So under federal antitrust law, you can't sell your products at a loss in order to beat out competitors.
And if you stacked $100 million just with $1 bills, how high would that go?
Why is that relevant?
Because I can't visualize money unless I know how high it goes if it's stacked.
Maybe like a mile?
Fuck.
Yeah. When this happened, all of the investors for diapers.com basically stopped investing. So Mark Lore was forced to negotiate with Amazon because they didn't have any money left. So Mark Lore went into this meeting.
That's not Mark Lore.
This is Mark Lore.
That is not Mark
That's
Lore.
Mark Lore.
I'm ashamed to say that I know that is not Mark Lore.
This is Mark Lore.
That's Johnny Sins.
This is Johnny Sins. They basically had to negotiate. And while they were in the meeting, Amazon and Jeff Bezos launched this product called Amazon Mom, which undercut their childcare products even more and gave free Prime subscriptions to all new mothers.
It's like their own version of diapers.com.
Their own version of diapers.com. And the board was like frantically calling Mark Lore because this was like a huge deal, but he was literally in the meeting, so they couldn't get to him.
Wow.
Yeah. After Amazon made their offer, Walmart made an offer for $600 million, which is like $50 million more than Amazon. But Amazon didn't want Walmart to have an online store because then Walmart would have been a major competitor to Amazon. And so they threatened Mark Lore and they said, if you sell to Amazon before you sell to them, we'll make all childcare products free, so your company will become worthless. Basically, Mark Lore had to sell. And the famous quote was, we had to sell and we did it largely out of fear.
That's exactly what Johnny Sins said when they asked him why to get in the industry.
So this is bullshit. This shouldn't happen. This is anti-competitive. This is bad for the economy. It gives consumers less choices. There should be small companies competing with large companies.
And it says it right there.
This is bullshit. Yeah, that's what the PowerPoint says.
Couldn't be more clear than that.
The point, though, is that we enforced antitrust laws before and we can do it again.
So that was one example of how these big companies bully people.
Yeah.
That's how big companies can bully smaller companies so that you don't have competition driving process. And I wanted to include that. But
I shouldn't have looked up Johnny Sins.
True. That's true. That's absolutely true.
I should not have looked that up right then.
Okay. So now we're in a place where we can pick what we're going to do next.
My browser history is now tainted.
I've got a few ghosts and monster videos.
Ooh, I like ghosts.
I've got a bunch. We got enough old world videos to do like the next hour of just old world stuff.
Yeah.
We've got food conspiracies. We've got government conspiracies. We've got general conspiracies.
Dude, Mandy and I have been on this kick where we cook everything and make everything from scratch for months now. And we've not been going out and eating a lot. Well, today, you know, we got busy and things like that, and we couldn't make dinner. So we went and got something to eat. We went and got a sub. It was disgusting. It was the worst thing I ever had, and it's something I used to love. And now we had a creamer that we was buying. We talked about this last night, where the ingredients were literally cream, cocoa powder, and like something else. Well, they quit making it. So now we can get all these other creamers, and they all taste like chemicals, like every one of them. So we're having to start making that at the house too now. And I think my body, where we've not been going out and eating a lot, I can't eat fast food anymore. It doesn't taste right. It tastes weird. Ronnie, it was pure snow before that search. This is my phone, on the other hand. But I don't know. But what do we have? Ghosts, weird creatures, and old world stuff to choose from.
I'm trying to let me see how they clicked into this. We've got a widget somewhere. I just need to figure out where this widget is.
What the hell did you call me?
A widget.
But I don't know, man. Like, I like Ghost. I like Ghost a lot. I got on. I've been trying to change my TikTok algorithm to horror related stuff. Not working. I'm staying on police videos, like just worse, like rage bait shit you can find. I don't know why. It's pissing me off. I've actively been trying to change it, and it's not working.
There's a way to do that though, manually.
Manually?
Yep.
All right. How do you do that?
We'll talk about it.
All right.
I'm making a poll.
A poll?
A poll.
What kind of poll? I'm gonna go ahead and delete the most recent stuff here. Last hour. Let's do 24 hours.
So you can put it. You can put it in the chat. You type 1, 2, 3, or 4, and we'll roll out the next. We'll ad lib for the next like 5 or 10 minutes and let you guys vote on where you want to go.
Nobody's gonna vote at all. And then we're going. I like the idea that you didn't even put the ghost on there.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
I thought I did.
It's puppeteer clown lady.
It should be.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let's see. Let me fix her here. Monsters, ghosts. I'm just gonna general. Okay.
Like I just pulled up TikTok to see what it would show me, and it's showing me something called Tweaker Safari.
Tweaker Safari.
Yeah.
Well, that don't sound like. Okay, now it's live, and let's see.
You almost Tweaker Safari until that's. You almost take your Safari until that's done.
I was trying to find
that's funny. But I mean, general conspiracies. One vote.
No, people can put whatever they want. We're gonna wait a while. Let me.
We only got like 4 people ever comment. Let
me see if I can get Ronnie some videos going.
Oh, you getting the puppeteer stuff up?
Yeah.
Okay. But the food stuff, man, I'm getting to where I don't like watching things about food conspiracies anymore. Somebody said that the U.S. Supreme Court deemed McDonald's, like ruled that McDonald's was unfit for human consumption, by the way.
Really?
I heard that. Did you hear that?
It's as far as I'm concerned, it is.
I wonder if that's real. That might be some bullshit. Somebody told me.
Okay, Ronnie, it might be a little too risque. Yeah. Definitely too risque, Ronnie. I can't do it. So, but you can't beat that. I'm telling you.
I still haven't watched. I'm not going to.
What, the marionette stuff? Is that what you're talking about?
Crystal voted number 2, but it didn't take. So
I think you just have to put only 2, Crystal.
2.
Yeah. Dude, that was one of the best stand-ups of all time. What's his name?
Zach Galifianakis.
The Zach Galifianakis stand up. If you've never seen his stand up, his early stuff, it's great.
That was one of the first comedy specials on Netflix.
I don't know why that's not working. That's weird.
We had I'm not going to say the joke because it's pretty bad, but we trained one of our friends' kids at the time to say two like two, so he go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well,
the poll's not working.
The poll sucks.
The poll sucks. Yeah, 2 and 4.
It ain't working. It ain't working.
And we got a variety here. We got a 3, a 2, and a 4.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. I've only got a couple monster/ghost videos. We'll hit those, and then we'll get into some general old world stuff. We'll do a mixture.
All right.
Let me take this poll down. That was,
in your
that was
basement.
The poll only listens to Ronnie. All right. All right. Let's get it going. You know, that's something, as I was going through videos, I was like, I've not been seeing a lot of cryptid videos on TikTok lately, or ghosts for that matter.
One of the ones I've seen is completely fabricated, but I love it. It's these cops pull over this woman and it ends up she's been dead for like 10 years or whatever. It's like it's fake, but it's a good little series on TikTok. It's fun.
For who? The poll. Anyway.
If you keep watching on the road, you'll see a headless pedestrian. Not sure if it's a ghost, not sure what. It's just extremely crazy. So I figured I'd share it with you guys. There it goes, walking down the road. And this also isn't the only sighting. And then disappears. And the camera's still rolling. If you keep watching on the road,
is he holding his head?
You see crazy?
Holding something.
I'd share it with you guys. There it goes, walking down the road. And this also isn't the only sighting.
No, that's a bad.
And then
Explanations?
I don't know. Have you ever heard of the chicken called Miracle Mike?
Yeah. That could be it.
Rigged?
Yeah.
It could be rigged.
Yeah, look what his shoulder is and look how high that collar stands.
Yeah, so he's thinking he's probably just got all that pulled up to cover his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a shorter person?
No, you can do that. I could do that. You just some people use shoulder pads and put over their head and then sink down in and pull stuff over their head.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Optical illusion.
Got it. So we'll debunk to that one.
Yeah, it's Bill.
Okay. Now these other ones are, I think, more or less gimmicky. This one's about the Museum of Giants or red-haired man.
This mysterious cave.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I am the director of the Pershing County Museum, and this is our display for the Lovelock Cave.
So do you think a giant actually
Very well. That's a grinding stone. Feel how heavy that sucker is.
Yeah, pick it up.
I mean, it could be something else.
Holding it. Oh, yeah.
Now, that's not the normal size grinding stones that they find all over.
Yeah.
These are bigger grinding stones. So the valley used to be a lake. It used to be part of Lake Lahonk. The cave they used predominantly as a storage area, and they would dig giant pits, line it with tule plants, and they would put their stuff in it so they could go back for the different seasons depending on what they were doing, which is why the oldest duck decoys ever found in the world were found in that cave, and that's photographs of it. I have not seen one. They are in the Smithsonian. trying to get some back to the state of Nevada. These duck decoys have now been carbon dated. They are over about 2,400 years old. So look at the way they're woven.
So the feathers were preserved
Yes,
and everything.
the feathers were preserved.
So real feathers, but this is
It's tule.
it's a tule.
It's like a reed.
That's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And they're cut off at the end.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
That's the way they were found in the cave, buried in the basket underground.
So that's how they found them.
That's how they found the duck decoys.
You know, you could be related to the giants, Crystal.
Yeah.
People, at least the last giants on Earth, anyway. A lot of them are redheaded. That's a common theme.
There were 2 digs done. The first one was done in 1911 by this gentleman, Mr. Loud, and he was actually a security guard for Berkeley. They did not have any archaeologists available. He wrote to Berkeley and said that one of the locals had told him the story of the giants, and Berkeley's response was, oh, they must have found some skeletons and came up with a story. So that's the first time I've been able to find in writing where the archaeologists are denying the story of the giants.
Oh, okay.
Of the redheads, the Sitaka. I've been doing a lot of research on it. They were probably cannibalistic. They would hide traps in the trails and then they could take the bodies. So the story I was told was the Paiutes had a long war.
Is it cannibalistic if you're not really a human, though?
Well, would the giants not be human? I always thought that they were just a bigger species of human.
I think they're a different genus altogether.
Yeah, they may be part human.
Yeah, they're. It's kind of like how we're similar to, chimpanzees. I think they're that to us. Like they're adjacent, but not. I don't think they would get the disease that you get from cannibalism.
With the redheads, and they couldn't beat them. Other tribes had problems, so they pulled together, had a 3-year war with them. They got their numbers down. The redheads were able to sneak off and run into the cave. So the Paiutes surrounded the cave, started gathering sagebrush. Well, they lit it on fire. Anybody that ran out, their best warrior shot and killed, and they continued to let it burn until they knew nobody could survive.
So where can people find more information about you?
I have a TikTok that does my ghost stuff. I post all of the ghost stuff that happens in the Marsden house.
See, we don't do ghosts, we just history.
I do both. I do both.
Yeah, I don't do ghosts.
I think she said the name of them. Hang on.
Up with a story. So that's the first time I've been able to find in writing where the archaeologists are denying the story of the giants.
Oh, okay.
Of the redheads, the Sitaka.
The Sitaka.
Yeah.
Sitaka was the word for them.
Sitaka. Tutunga is the name for the Bigfoot in Nebraska.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'm going back over in my head. The Afghani redheaded giant, the famous story of that one had double rows of teeth, so I guess it would be a different species.
Yeah, but yeah, there were two giants from Afghanistan that were brought back and killed.
Yeah.
6 fingers and 6 toes too.
Right.
Yeah.
So definitely a different genus of mammal than us. Yeah, I don't think it'd be cannibalism. I think they were just hunting Native Americans.
Yep.
So let's see. Steven, I just realized how much darker it got. Dude, your sun went away fast.
Yeah, it did. It did. Yeah, it's it'll be setting soon. I'm gonna have to I guess I'll turn the carport light on in a minute.
Yeah, Crystal. That's kind of what Steven said, that Bigfoot in Nebraska is actually the same name, the same native name as what we refer to as the giants.
Yeah, Situnga. That's what they call them on the reservation up there.
Yeah, and Caitlin used to, whenever we first talked to her, the Bigfoot that she was talking about was red-headed, red-furred.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. So
yeah, a friend of mine, the Bigfoot that he saw down there around the Falk area, he described it as it had red, wavy hair all over its body, kind of like an Irish setter or something like that. He said it reminded. That's what it reminded him of, the way the hair was on the body of the Bigfoot that he saw.
Nice.
Got you.
Nice.
All right. This next one, the hashtags are biblical, so I don't know. I don't know what I've got here, but let's check it out.
Now, I don't know how dark you guys want to go here. At some point in the mid-90s, a friend of mine ended up talking to a coroner who was working on some very bizarre cases in Brooklyn. These are people who have been mutilated like cattle. These people were all in the same state in the world. They were all homeless. They were taken from the streets of Brooklyn. They were then drowned in the ocean, and the bodies returned to like rooftops and stuff near where they had been taken. I said to her, well, I want some documentation. And when I got the documentation, it included a description of the autopsies, of what they found, the damage they found, a lot of it. And something told me immediately that it was true. And this is what it was. There is here, just above the C1 vertebra, a spot that if the right frequency, electric frequency, is applied there, you will feel clamps opening up and down your spine. You will roll right out of your body perfectly intact. And all of these cases were the same. Someone had it into the spine right at that point and stuck something down into it to the spine. In other words, they were extracting the soul like extracting oyster from its shell.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
Wow.
I've never heard that.
Every time you cut back to Steven, it's darker.
Let's go turn on the car.
Steven's getting you're setting the vibe, but I'm getting scared.
Let me know if something walks up behind me.
Yeah. Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah.
I've never heard that about the soul extraction.
No, I hadn't either. I'd heard that the moon, was a place where they keep souls and stuff like that, but I hadn't heard about that. What that guy was talking about.
Me either. Okay, so I guess we'll bounce back and forth between old world and general conspiracies.
Yeah.
So we'll start with an old world. And of course, it's the Dr. Regenerated.
Okay.
Dr. Regenerated.
We got a lot of, I've got so many of his videos saved. Never get through them all.
Nice.
They tell us they're nothing more than just myth, despite the fact they have been depicted by nearly every culture and civilization since as far back as the 7th century BC. Now, what are the odds that all these civilizations from all corners of the world, with no communication allegedly between each other, civilizations from all corners.
So this picture in particular, we've shown this picture 1,000 times over the last 6 or 7 years. I think this was the basis of like Tolkien. I think this is where he got ideas for like the Hobbit and stuff. But this depiction in general of these creatures, you got a Bigfoot, you got a Cyclops, 2-headed person, the chest-headed person, and then the dog man. This drawing came from Auguste of Hippo's musings or drawings after a trip he took to what would have been like to visit the Mycenaeans or the Greeks, and apparently there was an island where they said all these things existed. And somebody later, it was like a big name, like a Plato or a Socrates, somebody like that, also referenced this island. But just a little background there as we're watching through. I don't know if he's going to get into that.
Of the world, with no communication allegedly between each other. All time and time again depicted these same creatures, put them on their maps, Many
The chest-headed people, they were called like blems or blemmies. Some version of that. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but
maps depicting not just Blemmy, but many other mythical creatures. Well, creatures we've been told are nothing more than a myth. They even found tablets, like the Ostrakian tablet, which has depictions of the Blemmy's language. These artists, for hundreds and thousands of years, all across this realm, depicted exactly what they saw. Even the Greeks and Romans spoke in much length about the kingdoms of the Blemmy. But whatever happened to the Blemmy, and so many other creatures that we were told are just myth, but found so much evidence supporting otherwise. When humanity got bored of fighting each other for their differences, they turned their swords to the others, determined to pillage and conquer this world, all for our own. As seen in this painting and many other paintings, it wasn't just the Blemmy that we wiped out. Humanity's bloody history is nothing more than a set of lies agreed upon. Question everything, friends. Until next time.
Mm-hmm.
pretty crazy.
Yep. Yeah. Because the large library in Alexandria was burned down. Then the large library in Persia, it was also burned down. So basically, what we had left, I guess, would have been oral history. So,
Well, every big library, almost in every major city, was burned down. The one in the one in Cincinnati that looked like Alexandria, it got torched.
yeah, and just earlier in the show, you were showing the books that were being destroyed. So.
Yes. Okay, we're bouncing from old world to general. So here's your general. It's not what you think.
I think the funniest thing about watching a Christopher Nolan film, which like most people are probably going to at some point, is that you Google him, right? And then you see that his brother, Jonathan Nolan, also made a ton of movies. So your natural reaction is like, oh, sucks for the third brother, who probably like is just a regular dude. So you look him up and he's a political assassin. The oldest brother was a hitman who goes by Oppenheimer. And then there's the theory that the reason Christopher Nolan made Oppenheimer was so that the movie would pop up instead of his oldest brother when you Google Nolan Oppenheimer. Another example of a huge creative project that was started because of Google search results is Disney's Frozen. Some people believe that they made Frozen so that would be what popped up when you Google Disney Frozen instead of like Walt Disney cryogenically freezing himself. It makes you wonder if there's anything else that was created just because of Google. Like if it were me.
The people in the comments are awake, by the way. I opened the comments on this one and everybody's like, oh, there's this. But the fact that Christopher Nolan's brother was a political assassin and went by the name Oppenheimer, and then Nolan makes Oppenheimer, so now that when you Google it, his brother don't come up. I always thought it was weird that they made that movie to begin with, but
yeah, that's crazy.
This kind of ties it together.
The Frozen thing makes a lot of sense because before that, like that's the only thing that people would have searched in reference to Disney. And
you want to hear another one?
Yeah.
Dubai chocolate.
Yes, let's hear it. It's gaining popularity here.
Dubai chocolate, the reason they're calling it that is to get it away from what the actual meaning of that is. So apparently it's really popular for the super rich in Dubai to hire like Instagram models to come there to do certain things that, could have terminology related to chocolate. And like to basically just do really filthy things that are outside of Sharia, like that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so they said that they made Dubai chocolate, that terminology specifically to lead people away from the slang of what's actually going on with the powerful people of Dubai.
That's disgusting, first off. But to name it such a delicious treat.
Some people think that they made Black Panthers so that it would divert away from the original Black Panther movement.
Could be.
Yeah,
I think the original Black Panther movement was a little bit different from what it became.
Oh yeah. Somebody said that. So a super popular video game is called Elden Ring. I've played this one, but they said that they named the horse in that game, your horse that you have, Torrent, so that you couldn't look up Elden Ring torrents like to rip the game. But yeah, there's a bunch of that kind of stuff. Like since Google gained popularity, I think they're making I think some of that's intentional, like to lead away from certain truths. Let's see. What are you doing, Cecil? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna hit the next one. Old World. And we gotta
was bombed during World War II. What if Japan was bombed during World War II, not just to win the war, but to erase traces of an older civilization? Most people...
I thought this was crazy. These pictures from like where we bombed in Japan, I had never seen them, and it does look old world.
What if Japan was bombed?
Look at all these. This looks like the Capitol buildings in America.
During World War II,
Like
not just to win the war, but to erase traces of an older civilization. Most people know the official story. Japan was bombed to force a surrender and bring World War II to an end. But according to one theory, there may have been another motive hidden beneath the surface. Because when you look at photographs of Japan before the war, something stands out. Massive stone buildings, grand architecture, intricate structures that some researchers believe look far older and more advanced than the era they're assigned to.
It doesn't look very traditional Japanese, does it, Crystal? I mean, there's some touches to it, but it could be the touches just like we've made to the buildings that we found.
Then came the bombing. Tokyo was subjected to devastating firebombing campaigns. Hiroshima and Nagasaki were leveled. Entire sections of the country were reduced to...
And keep in mind, the Japanese, were way behind America in development and, coming out of the feudal age and stuff.
Rubble. According to the theory, the destruction went far beyond what was necessary to defeat Japan. Supporters point out that by the final stages of the war, Japan's defeat was already becoming increasingly likely. So why continue the massive destruction of entire cities? That's where the Tartaria connection begins. Some researchers believe Japan, like parts of Europe and America, may have inherited remnants of an advanced old world civilization. A civilization capable of constructing extraordinary buildings and infrastructure that later generations simply repurposed. According to the theory, the war provided an opportunity to erase what remained, destroy the architecture, destroy the evidence, and replace it with a new version of history. Supporters often compare pre-war photographs of Japan to modern cityscapes, arguing that many of the most unique structures disappeared forever during the conflict. Mainstream historians reject these claims. They argue the bombings were part of the military strategy of World War II, and that there is no evidence they were intended to erase traces of a lost civilization. But the theory continues to fascinate people, because once an ancient building is gone, the questions disappear with it. And if a civilization truly existed before our own, what better way to hide it than to destroy the evidence during the chaos of war?
I had never seen that. I had never seen what those cities looked like before we just bombed the hell out of them.
No, I hadn't either.
I thought that was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I mean, the old war stuff's crazy to look at, and they destroyed literally the most intricate stuff that you could find, in the world. And after we built stuff, in 2 years we just tore it down. It's really hard to say what was going on. But I was checking my blood pressure.
Okay.
That's what I was doing.
You're fine. I put something in the private chat, but I don't have my phone. I thought you were trying to text me or something.
Yeah.
What up, Wolfman? Dude, where have you been?
What up, Wolfman?
Where have you been?
Wolfman.
Missed out on everything.
Working all the time, probably.
We've been watching marionette clowns.
I wish.
What up, Pixie?
What?
Man, it's good to see everybody tonight.
Yeah.
The crew's together. We're just we're missing Morgana, really.
Yeah.
But
she's busy. She had a lot to do.
I feel like I haven't stopped either, Wolf, man. This is the first show, the first Saturday show we've done in like 6 weeks or something.
I'm podcasting. What do you want? I thought you were watching wrestling. But it's good to have you, and it's good to have you all here, Wolfman.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. We're just doing a watch party. Like we're watching the underbelly of the world sort of conspiracy stuff.
Oh.
And on that note, it is time for a general, since we just did an old world. So let's see what we got.
Everybody is at the Michael Rubin party. This year they had a special guest. Shut up! They invited Palm Beach Pete. You know the Kardashians had a show up and show out. Just another day in HW. Snoop Dogg, Travis Scott, Martha Stewart, and of course Michael Rubin. H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy. You see it. And guess who's in the back? Tom Brady. I don't really know it's Lil Wayne, but Lil Wayne is there. Wow, they got Iron Mike there. I knew it. Of course, little baby had to come. People are saying that Michael Rubin gave him another drunken hug. So again, and you see Quavo and Travis Scott again. And of course, after you win the NBA championship, you have to go to the Michael Rubin party. Can't forget about Cardi B. You know she had to show up, all white, everything. There's a lot of people at this Michael Rubin party. Sports players, actors, singers, rappers, everybody. Not sure why they didn't take pictures with him. I didn't see any. Maybe there's some, maybe there's not, but he said that he was there. Not just playing our guys, entertainment purposes only. Michael Rubin party was turned up. All the celebrities showed up. They showed out. They did their thing. Me personally, I probably won't go there. Let me know if you'll go there. I'm out.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
It is.
Palm Beach Pete, that dude is an anomaly.
I heard he passed away, but I guess that was bull.
Well, they did say that, and now he's alive again.
Yeah.
Kind of like the real dude.
Yeah. Ain't that strange?
Oh, this is for you, Cecil. I forgot about this.
Chick-fil-A.
You literally can't make this up right now. Chick-fil-A deleted all their videos before March 16th, bro. Right after everyone was talking about how the CERN particle collider got shut off and how it used to be spelled CHIC and now it's spelled CHICK.
It reverted back.
You go to Chick-fil-A's account right now and you look at it, they only have like 14 videos on there. The rest of them are gone or deleted. And then their most recent video says, our plan is working. As if they planned this all along. Now, I'm not saying that Chick-fil-A is behind this. Maybe they're just taking advantage of the marketing. But at the same time, you deleted all your videos. Why would you do that? It used to be...
At some point, we're going to have to go back to our old videos and watch ourselves.
Yeah, I've been scared to, because we went in depth with Mandela effects more than once, and Chick-fil-A was one that came up on all of them.
Yeah.
It was, and we was like, it used to be CHICK, and now it's CHIC. And now it's CHICK.
Yeah, we literally, like, In that video, I distinctly remember when we did that show, it said CHIC.
Yeah.
We were like, it's not that. It's never that. And now it's back to normal. But
Yeah.
they obviously, like Wolfman, they obviously didn't go and change all the signage, did they? You know what I mean? Like, who has that much money?
And to do it overnight, like they would have had to do it in the nighttime without their workers knowing, and somehow get their workers to change all their clothes.
And nobody with a phone filming them changing.
Yeah.
Right.
It's impossible. I don't know. I don't understand it at this point. Like, it doesn't make sense.
I'll be back in 1 sec. You guys riff.
You got poop or something?
Sure.
How long is it going to take you?
About 35 minutes.
All right.
35 minutes.
I'll be chilling there. But what do you think about that, Stephen? Like, have you seen anything else that's kind of reverted? Because that is something that I feel 100% is reverted.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. It truly is organized, is what so much of this stuff is. I mean, it's not just chance and happenstance. I mean, it's truly a coordinated effort to do this right here. You know, I've got to go back to Project Mockingbird. You know, where what the goal of that was just for get everybody in America to the point where everything that they believe is a lie. You know, that was their goal.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, it could be argued for somebody like me, or maybe even Wolfman, and maybe even Crystal, where we live in this area. We don't have a Chick-fil-A that we pass every day. So somebody could say that, oh, you all just don't know because you don't see it all the time. But the thing is, the people that do drive past one every day, like Tully, if he goes into anywhere where he lives, he's passing a Chick-fil-A. Remembers the last few years it was CHIC.
Right.
Now it's went completely back to the CHICK, which was what I thought it was before the CHIC.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't get it. Like when they turn off, and it would literally collide so much with the timeline of them turning off the collider.
Mm-hmm.
I would be very interested in seeing what else has changed back. I know Bernstein Bears didn't go back though.
Right. Yeah. It's this right here. It just, I don't know. I mean, everything's. We live in an electric universe, so there's got to be a clue somehow. I'm not able to decipher everything, but it's I don't know. You know, we've seen some. I've seen some strange videos. You know, here lately. You know, since the collider's been turned off. You know, the limb that looked like it was suspended in the air. You know, I don't know. I think I shared that one with y'all.
Yeah,
that was a strange one there. I mean, if it was held up by a fishing string or something like that, you know, somebody just pulling something off. I mean, to me, they did a really good job of it.
Oh yeah, I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There's here's what a lot of people miss. Everybody talks about CERN, but what you don't understand is they have these same particle colliders all over not only the United States, but the world.
Yeah.
Yep.
And also, when we were doing Friday Night News, maybe about like 8 months ago, 10 months ago, probably close to a year now, we covered a place. There's a facility in China. You haven't heard anything about China in like 8 years, by the way.
No.
Right.
The news doesn't even mention them.
Mm-mm.
But there's a facility in China now that is literally bending time space, trying to create mini black holes. And who knows what that's doing?
Right.
Because they've basically proven out that they are able to bend time space there.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, and see, there's I'm kind of going by memory. It's been several years since I've listened to it, but there's a nuclear clock in London.
Yeah.
And there's also one in the mountains in Colorado. And even though they're both nuclear clocks, which are supposed to be the most accurate clocks ever made, they still get out of sync by what, a second or so every year.
Yeah.
And the difference is the elevation.
Yeah.
So
that's what they claim. Yeah.
Which would, you know, maybe a factor with time space, but if we are like traveling dimensions or something, that wouldn't probably impact the clock.
Yeah. But there's something real going on there that whether or not we can fully comprehend what it is, I don't know.
True.
Yeah, it's
True. Is CERN the largest? I don't know.
it probably will be when they get through working on it, if it's not now.
2030.
2030 it'll be back up and running. I mean, the good news is GTA will be out by then, and the new Fable, I'll get to play that maybe, unless something else takes me before February of next year.
It is the largest.
Yeah, CERN's for sure the largest, and they're making it bigger. That's the reason it's shut down right now. They're going to make it bigger.
Yeah,
but there could be something to say about all these smaller ones, like the one in Oak Ridge, Tennessee.
Yeah, the one that Stranger Things is probably based off of.
That seems like a good idea to put a particle accelerator next to all of the stuff that could end the world that they say 7 times over again or whatever it is.
What's really strange is like there's no correlation really that Stranger Things is based off Oak Ridge. But when you go to Oak Ridge, Tennessee and go to that Walmart, they got all kinds of Stranger Things shit you don't see anywhere else.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, it's weird.
Ronnie, bro, I've been playing Pal World. Pal World 1.0 is out.
DayZ's been out for a while, ain't it? I've had DayZ forever, I thought.
Pal World's like Pokemon, except you have guns and you're running after drug dealers. It's kind of like if Grand Theft Auto meets Pokemon.
You're in Oak Ridge is where. Here's the fat moment of mine and my wife's life. We do this quite often, actually. She takes a notion that she wants to eat somewhere, and if we don't have one in the vicinity, we are willing to drive hours. So we went to Oak Ridge several times just to get Wingstop before they opened one in Lexington.
Dude, Ronnie, if you were interested in the beta, you have to play 1.0 because it's like a real game now. Like it's crazy. There's a lot more layers to it. I also played the beta, and I'm blown away by how much more they put in the game. There's like 100 more pals or something now too.
I'm more excited for Fable than I am anything else. The new Fable coming out. I loved the Fable games. Loved them. LOVED.
Yeah, I just hope it's not ruined somehow. Like you know, you get your hopes up for stuff just like GTA. Like I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna be an initial walk and roll.
But I want to pre-order GTA, but I don't know.
I'm not pre-ordering it. I'm gonna wait for reviews and gameplay and everything else.
Yeah, we got bit on pre-ordering. We pre-ordered Fallout 76, the Tricentennial Edition.
Shoo!
Yeah, when it came out, and we played it to this day, maybe 2 hours.
Bro, I'm not. I can't. Whenever I bought my PlayStation, it came with Fallout 76. I tried to just play the tutorial and was like, this is horrible. Like it was way worse than Fallout 4.
I loved Fallout 4.
Me too. That's one of my favorite games ever.
Yeah. Hopefully Fallout 5 redeems it.
Yeah.
If we ever get it, you know. I like the TV show a little bit too. It's all right.
I need to watch that.
Yeah, it's good. It's okay. It's got Walter Goggins in as a ghoul, so
Walter Goggins.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite actors.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Baby Billy.
Back to old world. We're old world again.
I walked into this building and now I have questions. This is supposed to be a bank from the 1900s, right before the Great Depression, and it looks like a Mayan temple. The Guardian Building, downtown Detroit. The lobby ceiling is bigger than most cathedrals I've been in. The Aztec patterns and Native American symbols, the handmade tiles, all on the walls of a bank in Detroit in the 1920s. Official story is this guy named Wirt Rowland designed it, and he also designed 20 other massive buildings in Michigan. The whole skyline, same era, same guy, all with his magic pencil. Don't ask me how, that's the official story. They opened in March 1920, then 7 months later, boom, stock market crashes, the whole country tanks, and half the offices are empty. So then World War II happens, and the U.S. military just moves right into this building. The whole war operation was ran from here. So the official story here is that this was built in 12 months and covered in stuff from 3 different civilizations that aren't around anymore. Then it was handed over to the military. So tell me again, do you really believe the official narrative of how this was built? Do you ever question it? Who do you really think built this?
Is that in Detroit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
The 12 months thing is crazy. That's crazy work.
Yeah. Right there in Detroit, man, there's a certain area in Detroit, probably more, that there's all kinds of buildings that look like that. It's kind of wild.
There's a bunch in Cincinnati too. At least 3 or 4.
Yeah. I hate Cincinnati. Hate it. I'd rather live in Detroit. Detroit what?
Said nobody ever.
Think about right down on 8 Mile.
Okay, here's a quick general. Hang on. Quick, very quick.
Can anybody explain to me why is Kylie Jenner and Meta, out of all companies, collabing on a They Live poster? And for those that don't know what They Lived is, it's a 1988 film talking about an alien secret society that rules the planet. And you can only see them with the glasses on. And what I'm trying to comprehend and understand is...
Can you believe that?
Yeah, I've seen that the other day.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like, they're just rubbing it in people's faces.
Yeah, and now she's doing a Meta glasses commercial.
I just don't know if I believe that she even knows what They Live is. It's like somebody else doing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're just
Oh
using
yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
They Live. I might watch that tonight because I came here to kick ass.
The nasty natty.
I'm all out of bubble gum.
You know, Wolfman, there's I worked there a long time. And there are a few buildings that I think are old world. Well, I know the oldest concrete skyscraper in America is in Cincinnati. And it has very ornate, it looks like the old world. It just does. If you Google it, and the post office in downtown looks like the old world. And in my opinion, the P&G building, I don't know when it was built, but it looks very ominous.
Yeah, they don't build stuff like that anymore. If you see something that has light, it's not from.
I muted you, Stephen, for a minute. Just a second.
It's not from this time frame. And you're on the crossroad all the time. Mandy and I, we like to travel. We just drive random places all the time. And I've seen a lot of crazy buildings that are in places where it doesn't seem like they should go. It's all throughout. Everywhere we went, we've seen stuff like that. Nolans, especially. Did you notice it when you went to New Orleans?
The old world, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's prominent. It's prominent down there. Oh no, it's fun stuff though.
Yeah, sorry about being disrupted there a minute ago. It's we could hear somebody screaming, but it's coming from the direction of the neighbors that live across the highway. I can't see them, but we can hear them. So I don't know if they're having a family fight or what.
Family fight. Nanny 1 too.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, speaking of movies, this next one fits right in.
Stanley Kubrick helped NASA fake the moon landings, was told not to tell anyone, tried to tell us anyway, then tried to expose the elite, mild classic king rings around the world, but ended up 6 feet under before he did. He was one of the most famous directors in history, known as the most detail-oriented and hidden message visionary in all of filmmaking. He only made a handful of movies during his time, and they're still all being meticulously studied by movie buffs to this day, still finding hidden meanings in them all the time. Every single tiny object, angle, lighting, positioning, words, effects, zooms, backgrounds, everything in his movies is extremely intentional and all has a very specific purpose. Now in the 60s, Kubrick set out to create his first mega hit project, 2001: A Space Odyssey, which is widely regarded as the greatest sci-fi movie ever made, and it kind of didn't make sense with how advanced it was for its time. This movie came out in 1968. Like, this is how sci-fi movies look like back then.
You totally should, Wolfman.
And out of nowhere, this movie comes out and looks like that. Like, some scenes from this movie are so crisp and realistic, they literally look like they were filmed in 8K yesterday. But this movie came out almost 60 years ago. Now, theories went around that Kubrick actually received shadow funding from the US government and NASA to shoot this movie as a sort of test run to see how accurately they can depict outer space on TV screens. And well, Stanley Kubrick nailed it, to say the least. Receiving access to special cameras and equipment that no one else had to show us space like we've never seen before. This movie even had an entire, albeit short-lived, scene of humans on the moon. And do you know what happened just 1 year after Space Odyssey came out in 1968? We went to the moon in 1969. The theory claiming that in return for the funding and technology he received for the movie, Kubrick had to help NASA stage the moon landings, telling him he's not allowed to tell anyone he did or else. But the guilt got to him, and Kubrick needed to somehow get the truth out there. So instead, he took it to his movies to leave clues and hidden messages about what he really did. 12 years later, he releases another breakout hit, The Shining. And this is the one that people say is so littered with clues that tell us Stanley Kubrick helped NASA fake the moon landings that it all but confirms it. And it all starts with the famous room 237, the haunted guest room in the hotel of the movie. In the original book, The Shining, which is what the movie's based on, the room was 217, with Kubrick changing it to 237 for the movie for no apparent reason. Well, it just so happens that the moon is 237,000 miles away from us. Or at least that's what we thought back then. We now have more accurate measures and know it's a little over 238,000. There's even a close shot of the key to the room, whose letters can be used to spell moon room, implying he was trying to use this room as a metaphor for the moon. All throughout the movie, characters talk about things happening in room 237 that we're not supposed to know about. When they're in the pantry, we see this product Tang all over the shelves in the back, which is a drink mix similar to Kool-Aid back then. A drink that had an official partnership with NASA at the time, being astronauts' powdered beverage of choice when up in space. Tang even featured astronauts in ad campaigns, like in their 1969 For Spacemen and Earth Families slogan. Boxes all throughout the background also have the number 39 written all over them. Launchpad 39A is where Apollo 11, the first manned mission to the moon, took off from, which looks like this. Oddly similar to the carpet pattern that Danny, the kid in the movie, is knelt down on. And if it wasn't obvious enough, when Danny slowly gets up from this launchpad position on the carpet, we see him wearing a fucking Apollo 11 sweater, which has no connection to the movie whatsoever. He's just wearing it. And again, Stanley Kubrick was a maniac. He would not have a main character in the movie wearing something like this for no reason. The line "all work and no play" in Jack's manuscript, the word "all" is written as A11, as in Apollo 11. The typewriter he works with is a German Adler, which translates in English to eagle, the name of the Apollo 11 lunar lander.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
And the famous ghost twins in the movie allegedly represent the two failed Gemini missions that preceded Apollo. Then there's just the name of the movie itself, 2001, a year where a lot of stuff went down. But hey, I get it. To the average moviegoer, myself included, these hints and hidden messages just seem like absolutely insane reaches. But the mind of a visionary director is just different. Their attention to detail is everything, and they do want viewers meticulously reading into their art. That's part of film, which leads us to this picture of Stanley Kubrick walking around the set of 2001: A Space Odyssey, and in the background we see Jolly West, a psychiatric consultant for the CIA back in the 50s and 60s, most notably involved with MKUltra, where he led government-funded experiments on brainwashing, hypnosis, coercive persuasion, and dosing unsuspecting victims with LSD. Hold up, why is a CIA-funded psychiatrist whose work focused on brainwashing victims on the set of 2001? Well, 3 years after the release of Space Odyssey, Kubrick comes out with Clockwork Orange, which was pretty much a full-blown expose into the CIA's mind control techniques used in MKUltra, which was classified back then. Stanley Kubrick was flying pretty close to the sun, and we all know what happens to people like that. But then came the final blow, Kubrick's ultimate reveal to the world that got cut out of his final movie ever, Eyes Wide Shut. And I mean, if you want to sleep tonight, probably shouldn't watch the rest of this. In the 90s, Kubrick was working on a movie about secret elite societies, featuring mass gatherings of ultra rich and powerful performing occult rituals. A movie set in New York City, yet he specifically chose to film it in England, as he knew exactly what he was exposing. After the movie was done filming, during the editing and approval process, apparently the producers cut out up to half of the movie's scenes. Kubrick fought back, insisting to keep these scenes as they were integral to the plot, but the studio execs stood their ground. Rumors being the scenes too closely reflected what actually happens behind closed doors in these elitist circles who own the movie's distribution networks. And literal days before the movie's release in 1999, Kubrick passed away from a sudden heart attack in his sleep. Right. Because that...
Yeah.
Dude, over half the movie got cut out?
Yeah.
Yep. Yes.
That's a strange one too. It's not far from the realm of what's been proven true so far. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
that's correct.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, Stanley Kubrick, he was a very strange person. He drove that one poor lady crazy. What was her name?
The actor.
Yeah. What was her name?
I forget.
What was her name? She played Olive.
Oh. I know who you're talking about. I don't know the name though.
I agree, Wolfman. It's absolutely crazy that half the movie got botched.
Yeah. Yeah. It's untelling what was in that, really. So I think there's a director's cut out there somewhere, though, ain't there?
I'm sure that don't even have. I mean, if they removed half the movie, you probably ain't going to be able to find the other half of the movie. Shelley Duvall, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know why I forgot her name.
What's up, Larry? Where have you been?
What up, Larry?
Hey,
where have I been?
Yeah, where?
Okay, I got a general video though that might it's teetering on the edge of getting us in trouble. Because I already know, just looking at it. Okay, we're just going to watch it.
I have been covering the story about the 71 Orthodox girls found in the tunnel in Nyack, New York. But of course, TikTok flags my videos, and I think we all know why. So let's give this one a shot and do me a favor. Send this to somebody, like, comment, and share. Because we are uncovering something long-standing that has been going on for years that they don't want us to know about, and that isn't on national news right now. One of the many comments I've been getting under this news story is, anyone else remember the small, dirty children's mattress that was found in the tunnels back in 2024? They are, of course, talking about this story that happened in January of 2024 that I had covered in my last video that got flagged. At a synagogue in Brooklyn, they were digging up an illegal tunnel. And when cops showed up, this is what happened. And if you wanted reference to what that dirty mattress was, here it is. Now fast forward to 2026 and suddenly 71 Orthodox Jewish girls were found in a Nyack tunnel. But they just happened to be on a school field trip with no teachers around. Not to mention the hundreds of DMs and comments that I got from locals from Nyack, New York and Rockland County in general, saying that the local government there is extremely corrupt. and that this particular community that we are talking about continues to pay off school boards. And on the same day that this happened, just 8 miles away in Gravesend, this man right here witnessed 7 men go into a tunnel and change their clothes and come back out. They told him that they dropped their keys and that there was nothing going on.
Show the people climbing in, climbing out, changing their clothes.
Yeah, anyways, TikTok keeps shadow banning my content. Anything you can do to push this.
I don't know what she's implying.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Just a random video.
I mean, it seems like they were just chilling out in the tunnels. Which, you know, I'll be fair. If I had a tunnel, I'd chill out in there a lot.
True. We gotta be careful, Larry. We gotta be careful. Because you say the wrong thing.
Yeah, there's nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
We've been shadow banned. Our views will go down.
Yep.
But I ain't not gonna put stuff in there though. Like I'd put it in there if it was the Mycenaeans that did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, or the Sumerians.
Mm-hmm. Or anybody else.
Yes. It has nothing to do with that.
Nope.
But anywho's.
It's different. Look, we live at Smith Mountain Lake. I want to show you something. I've got this Coke right.
It's going to be that hard spelled.
I'm gonna sit on this tractor for 1 week in the sun, and I'll be back. Today is June 3rd, and I'm setting it right here. Right there it is. I'll be back in a week. All right, so today is June 10th. Now I want you to look at this. 1 week's time.
What the hell?
That was Coke. And look at the label. So it was sitting like that right there with that exposed to the sun. Look at that. And look at the Coke. 1 week in our sun at Smith Mountain Lake.
Well,
People are saying the sun is different. Look, we live at Smith.
Somebody's peed in that. Is what's
You
happening.
think it was peed?
Oh yeah, I know it was. I know what it looks like.
Our expert identifier.
Somebody just played a trick on him. Huh?
Yeah. Now the sun hits different now. I really believe it does. Like, and you can blame it on, you know, climate change or whatever, but the ozone is replenished. You know, they said the ozone was going to go away when we were kids, but then it built itself back up. So it shouldn't be that.
Well, you remember the patents for the sun simulator?
Oh yeah.
So let me ask you guys this. I've noticed, let's say 5 days this year, where I've gotten up and the sky was completely blue. The sun looks like the 90s sun. The trees are the 90s green.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is it. This is what it used to be. And I'm like, I don't know why they've shut it off or stopped spraying the skies or, you know, whatever's causing the dissolution of the sun.
Yeah. That's true, Ronnie. I hate having to pee in bottles and stuff, though. Don't you?
Stop.
Like,
stop.
Like,
Oh, man.
Embarrassing, especially when you're out at red light or something, and you're like, "Oh my god."
All right, this might be our last one for the night.
All right.
This is biblical though.
All right.
To switch from pee bottle talk.
Okay, so this video right here got taken down for a violation of community guidelines. They didn't give me a reason why, so I'm hoping the
No, Larry, you know what I'm talking about.
Like the orange sun.
Like the very orange sun. There's only been like 5 days this year. And before that, maybe once or twice in the last 10 years. I don't know if you guys agree. Am I tripping?
No, I mean, even if you look it up now, they said the sun's like white, blue, green. I remember it specifically being kind of orange, and even now when they like show pictures of it, it's orange. So I don't know.
It's only the days that it's a blue sky, which is very rare now.
Yeah.
Used to not be. And I think that's the difference. In the 90s, it was mostly blue.
Yeah.
And now they're spraying every day. And on these few days where it's completely blue, I'm like, okay, if they're saying the trails are contrails, why are they not? Because the air traffic doesn't stop.
No.
But maybe certain planes did.
Yeah.
Right.
Anywho.
Yep.
He'll go through soon, but I'm going to plug the last half of this video where I show you from an 1830 and 1857 Bible that in the 1800s, they believed that Sodom and Gomorrah was underneath the Dead Sea, which is honestly convincing to me. It makes so much sense considering that the Dead Sea is 10 times saltier than the ocean. It has asphalt in it, amongst many other things. So I'm going to plug that video right now and let me know what you guys think. Okay, so over in the geographical vocabulary, right here it says Sodom, one of the cities which were destroyed by fire from heaven and which stood in this situation now occupied by the Dead Sea. Okay, so that's all that this 1830 Bible has here on the location of Sodom, but it's very clear that they believed that the Dead Sea is covering what was once Sodom, as well as Gomorrah and the other cities. Let me show you what the 1857 Bible says real quick. Okay, so the description in this Bible, which was printed in 1857, is a lot more detailed. Okay, so right here is where it says, we are informed. Okay, and so they're being informed by the locals of the time, by the way. So we are informed that this vast lake was covered formerly with fruit trees and abundant crops, and that from the bosom of the earth, now buried under its waters, arose the superb cities of Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, Zeboim, and Segor. No plants of any kind grow in this lake. Okay, so right there, it says that in this time they understood that buried under the waters of the Dead Sea is Sodom and Gomorrah, as well as the other cities that were destroyed. So how cool is that they knew that back then? The locals in the area knew that, but today it seems to be suppressed knowledge. So it's really interesting. Let me know if you have ever heard this.
That was obviously an old world video, but what do you think about that, Stephen?
Sorry, yeah, it's very, very interesting there. I was having trouble hearing that last part that she said, but yeah, that's it's weird how so much of this old history that used to exist has been changed or just simply not put in newer books.
Yeah.
That's very, very interesting. I know the Dead Sea, it's full of the wealth of the Dead Sea. I've heard that it was estimated to, man, I'd be scared to say how much all the minerals and stuff in the Dead Sea are worth, because there's all kinds of things there. See, it's one of the interesting things. There's I guess it'd be a mineral. It's called bromine that only exists in two places in the world that I'm aware of. One of them is in South Arkansas. The other one is in Israel.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, we're both on the 33rd parallel. So I don't know. It's just a coincidence, I'm sure. So yeah.
I thought they had found Sodom and Gomorrah.
Found what?
I thought they found Sodom and Gomorrah.
Well, they did. I know in the writings of Josephus, the Antiquities of the Jews, written by Flavius Josephus, he claimed that he'd actually, I believe it was him that claimed that he had seen the pillar of salt, that was supposedly Lot's wife. She turned around and kept turning around and looking, and she turned into a pillar of salt. He claimed that he saw it or knew somebody who said that they had seen it during his time, which would have been about 2,000 years ago. So
they got a thing now they call the pillar of salt. I think. Am I making this up? Let me put on my spectacles.
No, it's there are several pillars around in that area around the Dead Sea. That are salt.
That's true, Landa.
Yeah, this is it right here. Let me share my screen.
I got my where's the real shirt on tonight?
So if this is accurate, and this is Lot's wife right here, this is what they say is the pillar of salt. Lot's wife is still standing. And
Okay.
I mean, you know what?
How close is that to the Dead Sea?
I mean, pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close.
That's pretty damn close, right? So I mean, possibly it makes sense. I don't know.
I got the
I firmly believe in that though.
Yeah.
Like there's been so many things in the recent there's been so many things in the recent decades that historical things in the Bible, like locations and stuff that people were like, oh, that never existed, that they found.
Right.
So Sodom and Gomorrah is probably at the bottom of the Dead Sea.
Yeah, it very well could be. It's a lot of history from over there.
Yep.
Groups of people wiped out and covered up, and new cities built on top of the old, and all that stuff. So
it ain't like we waged any wars or anything to go there and destroy it.
Yeah.
Back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, what was funny back a few thousand years ago, was Ptolemy and who was it? Ptolemy and Seleucus.
Yeah.
That basically in Israel, that was where they would come and fight. Those were generals from Alexander the Great. Two of the four generals who took over, and so there was a battle there. The Egyptians and the Persians, they fought in the Valley of Jezreel. So it's just a good place to go fight. So there's always been a lot of wars and a lot of destruction in that place.
Yeah. And there's a valley too where they call the Valley Armageddon, where there was big battles back then too. I forget where it's at, which country.
Yeah, it's the Valley of Jezreel.
Yeah. So
I agree, Ronnie. Well, they're talking about redacting parts of 1984. So
Really?
Yeah, they if you look that up, they were talking about that maybe like a year ago.
my fear is if it gets to the point to where that's like a thing, they're going to do like a search history on what you've bought. And they may start coming around to people's houses just like in 1984 and just like and all that stuff to collect these books.
Yeah.
Which is something I firmly believe has happened in the past with the orphan trains and people being put in mental asylums.
Oh yeah, the original mental asylums were totally old world buildings.
Yeah.
Look up
No
the
doubt.
insane asylum in Mansfield, the prison in Mansfield, Ohio.
Yeah.
It's totally was not that originally.
In Mansfield.
Oh, I didn't realize you were actually doing it. I was talking.
I gotta see it.
I was talking in general.
I won't see it. Can I see it? Oh yeah. I mean, this is intricate. Looks like a castle, man. Like
Yeah. They didn't build that to be a prison, an insane asylum. Also, that's where they filmed Shawshank Redemption.
I love that.
Really?
Yep.
Love that movie. That's one of my favorite movies. It's Shawshank Redemption. Did you hear that?
Yeah. I think I heard the same one.
Yeah, it's loud thunder, heavy rain. But anyway, I mean, thank you all for tuning in tonight. We'll be back next Friday. We'll probably, I don't know, we haven't really came up with a subject. We may do a Fringe Friday. We may do a subject. If we decide to do a subject, I'll tell you which one we're doing, Tully.
Well, I wasn't randomly talking about my shirt a minute ago. I got the where's the real Steven shirt.
Oh yeah, nice.
off of our merch site.
Yeah,
and we're working on some new designs. We're gonna get a fall winter collection going.
Yep.
And we'll have that up in the next couple of months.
Yeah, we should have some new stuff up in the next couple of months. I've been working on a few things, and I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what to do. But you will go to, if you're having trouble finding it, go to linktree.com/where.
Yeah, show a little bit. Show a little bit.
Yeah, I'll show a little bit. Boop, 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 boop,
Yeah,
boop.
you see it's got the Bigfoot.
And right here you go to linktree.com/where in the folk. You can go to exclusive merch, and it takes you to our little merch thing here. You can still get the twist on. We haven't pulled it back. $99.
Only if you want the fanny pack.
But we got some dope hats. I still need to buy a hat. I think that's my Christmas gift. I want this one. Yeah, that's the one I want. We got bucket hats for you cool folks out there, and we got some other hats and beanies. We got a bumper sticker. We got the where's the real Steven shirt.
That's the one I got on.
Yeah,
where's the real Steven?
You can get it in different colors here. Right here. Let's see. We got the original design here of the tinfoil hat one. This is Chitlin. You can get these all in different colors, no matter which one shirt you want. You can pick from a variety of different colors. I like this one.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else do we have on here? We've got, this was supposed to go away, but we just never took it off. This is a hand-drawn design that I did,
which we need more of.
I'm working, man. I just can't get any that I like. This is a pretty cool one. This is my favorite one, I must say.
Yeah. We're gonna do some simple stuff like this, like where it's just, the ramblings of a madman.
Yeah. I've got a few in place. I just don't know which ones I like. This was our AI generated one.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll do one AI shirt.
Yeah.
And then the rest we're just gonna do non.
I love this one.
This
is Donna's design.
Yeah, I need to get that one.
This right here is not a random design. She put a lot of thought into this. This is where Tully lives. This is me. This is her, and that's Steven. That's a cool. That's the design of where we live. It's pretty dope.
Yeah,
it's pretty dope.
Yeah. We're gonna overhaul everything though for the fall and winter.
And don't forget, we got regular stickers too. So you can get you a sticker. Yeah, good stuff.
So if you want any of this stuff that's there, get it, because it's all going to change in a couple months.
The hoodies, I wear my hoodie to this day every day. I wore it today. I've got, which one do I got? This one. Yeah, I got this one because it's the only one that came in my fat size. This is the exact one that I got. That one right there. Yeah. It's pretty dope.
Has it held up?
Yeah, it's awesome. I wear it every day. It's got the design on the back, the logo. So go buy our stuff, man. And To be fair, I'm thinking that we should just discontinue all these and start with new stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna. Which, I'm metal, so there's definitely gonna be a metal concept somewhere in here.
Yeah.
But I would love to do like a glam, like a gold, like a gold Dayton's design somewhere in here.
Yeah. This one took me a minute to draw, by the way. I did draw this like legitimately by hand. Except I did it on Procreate, but I drew it with the little pencil.
That's showing your talent there. No doubt.
But I'm working on another one I'm drawing, but I can't get Tully's nipples to look just right. Still working on that. Rachel's supposed to be some picture.
We're gonna get some new designs.
Oh man!
But so when I figure that out, well, I guess we'll have a new one.
You know what? We need to do like a clown faced Bigfoot for Ronnie or something.
I can do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Actually, that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that. Let me send that to myself so I don't forget.
Okay. We're going off the rails. But lead us out, Cecil.
Hang on, damn second. That's going to be a t-shirt design. That's a great idea.
It is.
Yeah. I'll start drawing.
Yeah, I think another one would be a cool one of Toby playing his Les Paul, and he's got the aliens in the distance just chilling out listening to him.
Playing his original instrument, the screen flute.
It's gonna be the Bigfoot in clown makeup with a marionette doing a little.
I thought about before we go.
Bigfoot does whoop.
I still got some pretty old designs here.
That is a great idea, Ronnie. Bigfoot does whoop.
Yeah, whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah, that would be good.
Is that trademarked? I don't know.
I don't think so. I guess we'd find out when we produce the shirt.
We'll just do one whoop.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find one right here that we should totally put on a shirt I drew forever ago.
We're cooking.
I hope I saved this damn thing. I better have. It took me forever to draw this. I think we should drop this one on a shirt. You all let us know. This is totally arm wrestling a Bigfoot.
I think Cecil drew this.
I did draw that. Yeah,
this is not AI.
It's not AI. I drew this one too of me. Forking up. Little alien there.
Yeah, we'll do like one AI shirt, and then we're gonna do all originals whenever we drop merch.
Yeah.
I've been drawing more because I was getting to where I was just making everything on AI because it was like done in seconds. And then I tried to draw something that looked like shit, and I was like, I'm losing this skill. So I've just started drawing stuff again.
Yeah.
Like right here's the original concept for something I was doing. I just drew our heads.
I think that was so when it was me and Cecil. I think that was a concept for a business card at one point.
Yeah, it is a card. It is a business card. It ended up looking like this. I could add more Conan and Steven to this very easy, by the way.
Yeah. One of us going into the vortex.
And right here was another one I started working on, never completed. Well, it won't pull up. Damn. I'm pulling all these off my phone, so it takes a second sometimes. Huh. This one don't want to load. I might continue this one and add us all to it. Let's see if I can get an image of it pulled up. I basically just took this stuff on Procreate and copied it over to another image and started adding other shit to it. But right here, it's very small. This right here, if you can't tell, this is the same two images, but that's the pyramid and that's a reptilian speaking, and this is my little dog flying a UFO with the original bipolar teddy bear.
That's an OG picture.
Yeah, that's OG.
Oh man.
Yeah. Because for a long time it was just me and Clarence.
Yeah,
and we met Steven and Morgana.
Yeah.
And we became the Avengers of the conspiracy world.
Absolutely. But anyway, this one never went anywhere. Oh man, this would be a good one too. I couldn't get it to look right. I can't get it to download, so it's going to be a little blurry. But this one right here, I couldn't get it to look right. Dang it. Hang on a second. There we go. It was supposed to be a pinup Mothman lady.
Yeah, dude, you need to redraw that. Do you still have that on Procreate?
Yeah, probably, but the head I couldn't get to look right on her.
Even if it don't, like that alone would be a good shirt.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if you get that image and send it to me, I could put text on it in Canva or something.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, I always wanted a pinup lady Mothman.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will buy that shirt. I'll buy the shirt, Landa.
Yeah. You could turn those into posters.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. But anyway, tune back in next Friday at 8 p.m. while we go over something that will be extraordinary. And tonight's show was a good one. I enjoyed it as a pure banger. And thanks for everybody that jumped in and viewed and stayed around and whatever you're doing while listening to us here.
We've been here for a long time.
For a very long time. And I'm about ready to go in here and place Ute.
6 years. 6 years.
Oh, you're talking about total duration. Yeah, I got bored.
We all got bored. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yep. Thank you all so much for watching us because we are watching you. Peace.